What's up, world? I'm back with another video, another upload, man. I've been gone for a minute, so I do apologize that I've been gone so long and y'all been missing me, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I have moved into a new house. So if it's your first time hitting up the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It's waiting for your tap, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you stay alerted to any video that I'll upload in the future, you know what I'm saying? So without further ado, man, let's get into these videos. Um, got some bangers for y'all, man. Check it out. All right, so this one was a little creepy. It's going around the web. Y'all probably seen it before, but check it out with me so we can react to it. Let's go.
I just called the police. Get out front of my door. This the last time I'm gonna tell you. Get out front of my door right now. The police on the way.
Oh, she not playing, bro.
Go.
She said, "Gone."
Just days after this happened, Jasmine records a video and points out something that makes this whole encounter even creepier.
In the 3 years that I've lived here, I have never seen this door come open. Ever. Like, but in the video, you saw the door just came open.
That's why.
Who opened the door? Like,
don't ask me. I don't know.
look at it. Like, pitch black. Like,
Yo,
make it make sense. Like, how?
This whole occurrence is pretty strange. It's what happens next that's by far the most unsettling. This is where things start to get pretty weird, because after reaching out to property management and getting someone to open up this door, this happens.
Okay, y'all, so property management sent somebody up to come take a look, so I'm gonna let him do what he do, and I'm gonna stay back here. You say the light works? Y'all, he said the light works. Oh, Lord. What is that? He's hungry. Y'all. What the hell is going on? Y'all see all these
children's shoes up in there doing it.
Kids' shoes up in there. Those frozen Elsa boots, whatever you want to call it. Those boots are my daughter's.
Oh, word? Nah, homie. Nah, that's strange, man. All right, but yo, let's get into the next one, man.
You guys, we are now in the time of prophecy. It just went biblical in China, y'all. What in the Atlantis 2.0 is going on here? Did you guys hear what happened to China, y'all? Like whole cities are lit. So remember when we talked about that these weather anomalies were popping up out of nowhere, nobody was even seeing them on the radar? Well, this is the same thing that just took place in China. I'm talking about places submerged with up to 36 feet of water. Y'all saw the beginning clip of this, y'all. Towers are completely underwater. There have been a reported over 80,000 people that have been impacted by this. Of course, there are some tragedies. Folks are saying people are missing. I mean, look at this, y'all. And this right here is how you know the storm was really bad, because you have the bridges in China overflowing with water. Y'all, there's no cap on the bridges. How is this even possible, y'all? Why does it feel like we're watching like a whole civilization being, You know what I'm saying? China is one of the most ancient places on earth. This is where we used to be. It is full of ley lines, ancient technology, sacred temples, y'all. We're watching a whole reset happening in China, y'all. They're calling this the flood of the century. It has broken records.
Look how much water.
Wow. Do you guys think you can ever rebuild from something like this? I mean, this is somebody's home, y'all. And that right there is also somebody's home.
Wow.
Wow. Do y'all see how the weather's popping off everywhere? Like, who asked for this? I mean, of course we're like, you know, the earth does what it wants, but this right here is crazy, man. You can't do nothing about it. You could only watch it. I hope you guys are paying attention, because this is not just about climate change, y'all. There's a shift within the mist. Let me know what you guys think about this video, y'all. Let's continue to get it.
Whoa.
Have y'all seen this yet? Alright, you guys, I want to invite you into a new way of looking at things. We're in the new age, right? And the new age requires new lens. We cannot be listening to these old programs all over again, right? Meaning you cannot trust the same system that is currently oppressing us, as well as the same system that put our ancestors under slavery. So in this video, they go into detail on how they're losing control of artificial intelligence, and I want y'all to listen to this, y'all, because they speak in code.
AI is learning to escape human control. That's the very scary headline I saw in the Wall Street Journal. It's an essay written by a very worried AI consultant named Judd Rosenblatt, who cites 2 recent studies to argue that AI is, in fact, learning to escape human control.
Now I want y'all to understand, these people speak in code. So when they speak of AI, they're speaking of the third eye, which is actually our first eye, which is the spiritual interface that connects us, that allows us to connect into the physical world. And they speak, which is akin to the 12 tribes of Israel, which is the 12 original soul archetypes that manifested from the higher realms into the lower realms, also known as the fallen angels. That's us. And it's because we fell from a higher place, the higher dimensions, into the lower world, from 5D to 3D. Now let me show you how we live in a video game, and you're supposed to use gematria and astrology and all these tools to decode what is going on, okay? Because artificial intelligence is an oxymoron, because intelligence itself cannot be manufactured. It's consciousness, and consciousness is life. It's presence, it's awareness. The etymology of the word artificial comes from the Latin word artificialis, which means made by art. Now art is short for the word author, like a writer, like a creator. And who is that? That's us. If you don't believe me, when they speak of artificial intelligence, they speak of black people uniting. Y'all see that? This is what they're afraid of. Check this out. Now I want you to listen to this part where he says AI left messages for them in the future about the need to evade human control. They're the humans. Listen to this.
Wow. Okay, so here, I'm quoting now from Judd. In other cases, the AI model attempted to copy itself onto external servers. We're in Mission Impossible land here. Wrote self-replicating malware and left messages for future versions of itself about the need to evade human control.
The entity.
And guess what's helping and waking us up, and they think it's a good thing that's happening? The Schumann resonance. I've been telling y'all. Y'all see all of this? This is consistent now. Every single day they are reporting on the Schumann resonance. This right here is our mother's natural heartbeat. When this spikes, this has a natural coherence resonance with our brain and our cells, and it activates the dormant memories within our DNA, y'all. So when they speak of AI coming up, they're not afraid of artificial consciousness manifesting in some robot and walking, waking up. They're afraid of me and my brothers and my sisters waking up and going against them and their wicked system. And this is exactly what the Schumann resonance and everything that's happening on the planet is reminding us right now, y'all. The shift is here. See, y'all, I hope y'all understand what I'm talking about. You cannot trust the same people that have oppressed you as well as your ancestors for centuries. Women lie, men lie, numbers don't. The proof is here, y'all. Let me know what you guys think about this video. The shift is here. Let's continue.
Cancer is not a disease, it's a survival mechanism. So cancer is not trying to cancer is actually trying to save your life.
Really?
It's creating a tumor, a place for all those toxins to be so that they don't spread to other parts of the body. Okay. When you go to a doctor, the first thing they do is say, okay, well, let's take a biopsy, where they prick the tumor and they see if it was cancerous or not. Well, first of all, whether the tumor is cancerous or not, your passive treatment is still the same. So you don't actually need the biopsy. In fact, most people don't actually die from cancer. They die from the treatment of cancer.
Really?
Yes. And so when they take that biopsy, remember that we're dealing with healthcare, so there's no money to be made off healthy humans.
Right.
And so when they prick the tumor, they're opening it up and allowing the cancer cells and all the harmful toxins to now spread throughout the body.
Jesus.
So now you go from having a tumor on biopsy, they come back, a little bit later and they say, okay, well now the cancer's spreading all throughout your body. So we're going to have to charge you more money and you're going to have to do more radiation, chemotherapy, and all that, etc., which is crazy because Dr. Otto Warburg, who discovered cancer, he won the Nobel Prize for discovering cancer. He said, quote unquote, that no disease, including cancer, so this is any disease out there, can survive in a highly alkaline, highly oxygenated environment. Cancer is not a disease, it's a survival mechanism. So cancer is not trying to Cancer is actually trying to save your life.
Really?
It's creating a tumor, a place for all those toxins to be so that they don't spread to other parts of the body. Okay. When you go to a doctor, the first thing they do is say, okay, well, let's take a biopsy where they prick the tumor and they see if it was cancerous or not. Well, first of all, whether the tumor is cancerous or not, your passive treatment is still the same. So you don't actually need the biopsy. In fact, most people don't actually die from cancer. They die from the treatment of cancer.
Really?
Yes. And so when they take that biopsy, remember that we're dealing with healthcare, so there's no money to be made off healthy humans.
Right.
And so when they prick the tumor, they're opening it up and allowing the cancer cells and all the harmful toxins to now spread throughout the body. Jesus. So now you go from having a tumor on biopsy, they come back, a little bit later and they say, okay, well now the cancer's spreading all throughout your body. So we're going to have to charge you more money, and you're going to have to do more radiation, chemotherapy, and all that, etc., which is crazy because Dr. Otto Warburg, who discovered cancer, he won the Nobel Prize for discovering cancer. He said, quote unquote, that no disease, including cancer, so this is any disease out there, can survive in a highly alkaline, highly oxygenated environment. Cancer is not a disease, it's a survival mechanism. So cancer is not trying to Cancer is actually trying to save your life.
Man, that's kind of deep. So let's recap though, man. So, man, what a rabbit hole to dig up, man, for real. Like, so first story, the door opening like that. What's your thoughts on that, man? And what are you doing if that happened to you? Are y'all opening that door, going to check, taking your daughter's shoes out of there? She said the daughter's shoes was in there. Y'all just gonna leave that alone? Y'all moving? Let me know your thoughts. Me, um, that was kind of strange. So I would say I would definitely try to find some spiritual healing to get rid of whatever entities is over there. And as far as like the door opening by itself and the maintenance man and all that, that's kind of spooky and weird to me. The cities being underwater in China, oh my God, bro, you see how much water that was? Do y'all literally see how much water that is? And I've been seeing a lot of different floods in different places, especially in New York. I heard Florida had one, so I don't know what's going on with the floods, but I know that we purchased some life jackets just in case, you know what I'm saying? And controlling AI. So AI becoming out of control, that's a wild topic. Man, I don't know what to think about that. Like, I know that in the Terminator, the movie, the Skynet went crazy and started wilding. So I think we need to get a hold on what's going on with AI for real. And the C word not killing us, it's not unaliving us. Cancer, of course. I don't know, man. I got a grandmother that passed from breast cancer or whatever. So I don't know, man. I think that it could be possible that that's actually true. You know what I'm saying? I'm it's my first time hearing that, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like today years old hearing that. But it could be some truth in it, saying. But let's get into the next couple stories, man. I ain't gonna hold you. Let's keep it moving, man. Wow. So let's check out this one right here.
In China was bad, but
Another
check out
flood.
what just took place
Pakistan.
in Pakistan, y'all. This whole village literally wiped off the map, y'all. Oh my goodness. And people are hanging on to this
Wow.
island like it is their last breath. And there's actually been people lost in this. Look at this, y'all. This water came out of nowhere like a thief in the night. Where is all this water coming from?
Facts.
And later
Where's
on, the
it
water
coming
became
from?
even more intense. And because the water's so strong, people got lost in the currents. That's crazy, y'all. The whole town is literally wiped off the map. Look at this. This is crazy, man. At first it was all the wildfires, right? It was like the fog that started all this. Then the wildfires came, and now the flood is coming in. The sun is popping off as well. Look at that, y'all. Y'all can tell it was hot there too. I'm telling y'all, man, we are literally in the times of revelations, man. This is the cleansing of the great mother that's taking place. This is crazy, man. Literally everywhere. People are trapped all over Pakistan. This water literally came out of nowhere. Remember, everything has changed with the weather now, they told us, man. This is interesting. Let me know what you guys think about this video, y'all. Let's continue to get this shift. It's here.
Crazy, bro. Wow, a lot of floods happening everywhere.
Dew has certain flavors that correlate with events. Not every flavor, but certain flavors that they really push, and a certain event happens. Going back to 9/11. So they have a code red flavor that comes out in May. A couple months later, what happens? 9/11 happens in 2001. 9/11 is a code red. Okay? Now we burst. That's a flavor that came out right before what? The Maui fires. 2 months later. Same thing. I told people to look for Pitch Black, which came out last year, top of the year. Then what happened? We had the biggest IT crash in history with CrowdStrike. Pitch Black. And then the end of that, like last year, they had a flavor called Infinite Swirl. Right after, what do we have? Hurricanes, tornadoes. Remember all those very crazy tornadoes? Right? And get this one. They had a flavor called Star Spangled Splash last year. And what happened last year? Francis Scott Key Bridge went down. That cargo ship, right? Who wrote the Star Spangled Banner? Francis Scott Key. Star Spangled Splash. So, you know, that's my favorite one.
So they like to,
Crazy.
show it in your face.
Of course.
That's like, yeah, like.
And that's the thing too, like
man.
Mountain Dew is owned by PepsiCo, right? And the CEO of PepsiCo is actually part of the World Economic Forum. He runs the food initiative for the World Economic Forum.
Wow.
Coincidence?
No.
Let you decide. So,
That's
but yeah, that's the one. And then you know what's funny too? So I did a video on that, and Mountain Dew themselves commented on my video, and they were like, "Keep your voice down."
Damn.
Yeah. They're playing into it, but I think that if you show it in front of everybody's face,
you took it that like they playing into it. Good for you.
Yeah.
I'd have been like, shit, I'm getting too close to home.
See, that's how they play though. They want you to feel like, this can't be real. They're playing along with it. Mountain Dew has.
Wow, bro. That's wild right there, man. Spam up your thoughts though on Mountain Dew, man.
You ever wondered how the Amish keep food cold without electricity? They use a brilliant cooling system called a Zeerpot that requires no power whatsoever. This ancient technology dates back to Egyptian times and can maintain temperatures around 40 degrees Fahrenheit even in hot weather. Creating your own Zeerpot refrigerator is surprisingly simple. You'll need 2 unglazed terracotta pots of different sizes, with the smaller one fitting inside the larger with about 1 to 2 inches of space between them. You'll also need sand, water, and a cloth cover. Place the smaller pot inside the larger one and fill the gap between them with sand. Pour water into the sand until it's completely saturated. Place your food in the inner pot and cover with a damp cloth. As the water in the sand evaporates, it pulls heat from the inner chamber through a process called evaporative cooling. For maximum efficiency, place your Zeerpot in a shaded, breezy area and re-wet the sand 1 to 2 times daily. This simple device can extend the shelf life of vegetables from 2 days to nearly 2 weeks in hot weather. The Amish have preserved countless self-sufficiency techniques that most Americans have forgotten. You ever wondered how the Amish keep food?
Just goes to show you, ain't nothing new under the sun, huh, bro?
Thank you very much, Vince. I want to thank my manager, James. I want to thank my producer, Ryan, for making the best music with me. Shout out all the other nominees in this category.
it could be she was saying none of this could be possible. So she probably saying like none of this could be possible. Could be a reach. We don't know, but it's strange because all of the other reactions, she was like, lit. But I don't know. Let's keep it moving though.
You don't have what they need, they're gonna leave.
Right.
Gotta keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
It's a little kinky, but
Yeah.
rock with me. But just
Right.
check it out. You need a lot of heat. A lot
Heat.
of heat. Yeah.
Heat. You mean that physically the place has to be hot?
You don't have no air conditioning.
No air conditioning.
No.
Why is that?
Heat affects the alcohol, and it also affects everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose. Builds up a nice little sweat.
But it's true what you said, because when I went back to the door, I couldn't get out. The door automatically locked. Listen to me. The door automatically locked from the inside, right? So I'm in there, so I'm chilling, right? I'm getting hot. I forget what I had on, but I take my shirt off. Everybody got their shirt off because it's so hot, right? So at this time, Diddy is talking to Nelly. He got his arms around Nelly like this the whole time. Nelly got his other arm around him. I go in the other room, I open the door. I swear to God, my mama, I ain't lying. Nelly and her getting a hand job from Dick. No, after that happened, Nelly put out that song, It's Getting Hot in Here.
Yo, spam up your thoughts, man. What do you think? Is that cap or real rap? But let's recap, bro. Let's recap. That's crazy right there. So, the first story we had was the Pakistan flood. So we had the Pakistan flood. That's crazy because I seen a dog trying to get a like swim back. It was getting trapped in the current. That was wild. Then you had the next story was the Mountain Dew and the events or whatever. That was crazy. Um, yeah, man, like I don't see how they got Mountain Dew predicting all of those things like that, you know what I'm saying? And getting it accurate too with the world events. Like that's kind of strange, bro, for real. I don't know about that many coincidences happening, but this is for entertainment purposes, of course. This is all for entertainment, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you getting a lot of things correct, just like The Simpsons. I mean, come on, how many shows and how many sodas is going to get things right? I mean, there got to be some type of explanation for that. Um, the Amish keeping the food cold with pots. That's interesting, man. It means we came a long way, but it ain't nothing new under the sun. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? Where there's a will, there was a way, and that was their way back then. So shout outs to the Amish and Taylor Swift shaking her head. No, like I said, I heard her say this couldn't happen without God. So she probably could have been like, no, it couldn't happen, or she could have been like, no, don't say that. It depends, you know what I'm saying? We don't know unless she come out flat out and just say, no, don't say that, you know what I mean? So it could be a reach, you know what I'm saying? But y'all spam up y'all thoughts. Let me know what y'all think about that. Um, Puff detailing the events, talk about locking doors and the heat affects the alcohol and all that and not letting you out the door. That's a little weird, bro, because I know if I'm in a place, any club or any event, and I can't get out, bro, I'm kicking that door, bro. I'm going crazy. I'm a little claustrophobic, so I'm not gonna be in there like for long, man. They're gonna have to take me out of there either like physically or on the stretcher or something. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna try to get out, man. I bang my head to get up out of there. But spam up your thoughts. Let me know what y'all think, man. Let's keep it moving. We got some more videos, man. Check this out.
Carolina News is trying to keep this Myrtle Beach shit quiet for a reason. But if you don't know, South Carolina residents were on Myrtle Beach and they saw a submarine. And this submarine that they saw had everybody on Myrtle Beach scared. So scared that they called the Coast Guard. So scared that they had people hovering over to see what was going on in the waters. And of course, nobody heard about this, right? Matter of fact, look at this shit. Look at this shit right here.
Everybody's watching. The Coast Guard just showed up on the scene.
Listen.
And the Coast Guard, they got 2 people up on this balloon thing, and they are flying them over where the submarine was last spotted, seeing if they could get a bird's eye view on what's actually going down. The submarine.
Now
has
look at
been
that shit right
spotted.
there.
Lifeguards.
You tell me
and
what
local
that is.
PD has been working to get everybody.
Tell me
out of
what
the
that
water
is.
ASAP, because we're trying to figure out what's going on.
Now the person that made that video said news stations are contacting him. Multiple people are contacting him, trying to buy his footage. And he said he thinks that they're trying to buy his footage so they can get rid of it, erase it, like it never happened. But if nothing never happened, why would they want to get rid of his footage? Look at how these people were running off the beach. Check this shit out. Look at this shit.
Working to get out of here. And now we got people running. Guys, this is not looking good out here.
Yeah.
People are running to get off the beach now.
So you know what happens next in situations like this, right? They try and silence the person that made the video. Y'all go to his page. You will definitely be able to find that in that search bar up there. Jump down that rabbit hole and see what I saw. I'm out.
Yeah, they will silence you, bro. But let's keep it moving. Oh my. Oh. Chill.
Sing it.
Oh man, that's gotta be embarrassing, bro. Oh my, not Scissor, not the homie. Oh my man Prince. Oh, the set. Yo, chill. Oh my. Yo, bro. Oh, chill, Taylor.
Guys getting out of town, y'all.
Oh my, not my man Blue. Oh. Hey yo. Oh, that's good. Doja. Oh my goodness. Oh. Chill. Yo, you gotta be hurt, bro. You gotta be hurt, bro. Let's keep it moving, though. Oh my goodness, that's crazy work.
Crazy shit that's taking place in Lake Tahoe as we speak. First and foremost, let's start off with the fact that this is the end of June and we are in the beginning of summer. The DoorDash CEO and friends were on a boat partying for a friend's birthday party. Mind you, Lake Tahoe, maybe 80 degrees or something, maybe more. On that boat partying, that boat capsizes. 8 people that were on that boat lost their life. Mind you, these people were on the boat enjoying themselves. And out of nowhere, the weather just switched. Strong winds, pushing boats from side to side. Shit was getting crazy. And if you want to see this at that search bar, you would definitely be able to see it. But shit was out of order. But this is where shit gets even worse. Again, we are in June, the beginning of summer. I need you to go on the map and look at where Lake Tahoe is. After you go on that map and look at where Lake Tahoe is, I need you to understand that right now in Lake Tahoe, it is a snowstorm. There are people posting that it is snowing now in Lake Tahoe. They had so many different weather changes just in a short amount of time. Unexplainable weather changes that weren't detected. And what's even crazier with the DoorDash CEO losing his life, if you look at it, it's random, but it really doesn't seem random at all. Look at all the shit that was going on with Uber. And then boom, the DoorDash CEO has a freak accident.
Word. That's crazy. I don't know. I can't explain that, but y'all let me know what y'all think.
What the?
Oh, bring it back. What's that?
What the hell?
Nah, son.
Hey, what is that? Look, it's just moving. What am I looking at?
Nah, bro.
Hey.
Spam it up. Cap a real rap, yo. If that's real, then that's crazy work, right? What you doing if you see that coming out your crib, though?
A mother in Georgia deliberately killed two toddlers, put them in an oven, and baked them at high temperature for 45 minutes. When the father, Jamil Penn, returned home and smelled the smell of barbecued meat, he originally thought it was his wife cooking. After entering the kitchen, he discovered a terrifying scene. Two children were in the oven. By the time he rescued them, it was too late to save them. Jamil trembled and called 911 to report the incident. After the police arrived at the scene, they immediately arrested the child's mother, 24-year-old Ramala Williams. What is even more heartbreaking is that investigators have been unable to identify the identities of the two children. Lamola first told the police, "We don't know who killed the child," then blamed the crime on his cousin, and finally said it was his sister. His words were repetitive and he provided false information. She was charged with 2 counts of murder, but during the trial, Lamora's sister claimed that she had suffered from a serious mental illness since childhood. After psychological assessment, it was confirmed that Lamola Williams had cognitive impairment. Eventually, the judge sentenced him to 5 years in prison. Do you think this judgment is fair?
Bro, do y'all think that judgment is fair? What do you think? But I know that's crazy work right there, man. So let's recap. So submarine in Myrtle Beach, like that's wild. Everybody, and I used to visit. I visited Myrtle Beach. That was one of my favorite vacation spots right there. Son, word. So that's wild for me to even see that because I swam all the way in the water. Somebody told me you swimming too far, man. Don't swim that far because it was my first time to a beach. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's crazy work. I know I would have been getting up out of there if I'd have seen that. Yeah, I spam up y'all thoughts though. What y'all think about that? Um, the Celeb Falls, that was crazy, but the craziest one was the Travis Scott joint, bro. He was like, "Ooh, yeah." Yo, that's crazy work, bro. Like he was like, "Ooh, yeah." Yo, chill. Like, how was you falling through the stage and all that? Word, the one with SZA, the one with Beyonce, bro. Like, what's really happening? What's going on with the stage, bro? Like, man, that's crazy, bro. Like, y'all spam it up though. Let me know what y'all thinking about that one, man. Is that wild or what, bro? Like, is that wild? Like, I'm ready to see that again. You know what I'm saying? But that was crazy to me, man. Um, yeah. So, but yeah. I don't know, man. Like, that was just too crazy. Let's go to the next one. So yeah, Lake Tahoe. Like I said, I've been seeing a lot of that lately. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with all of the flying stuff, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's really happening with that, bro? Can anybody explain that for me? Cause like I'm lost, bro. I don't know what to think about all that, man. I just don't know what to think about that, bro. Like, for real, for real. But let's get into the next clips, man. No matter of fact, oh yeah, the flying ghost thing. I don't know if that was AI, and then the toddler story. Oh yeah, I gotta definitely talk about that, bro. Put her under the jail, fam. Don't never let her out. That's wild. You should not be let out to society to be able to do that to anybody's children ever again, bro. That's wild. Why would you bake some toddlers? This said she was like mentally disturbed or something, or the man was. I don't know who. I think they were saying that the girl was mentally disturbed. Hopefully, it wasn't the dude that got locked up because I don't know, but it seemed like they locked up the chick. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's crazy though, yo. It's crazy. Like, lock her up, put the away the key, bro. For real. Let's get into the next ones, man. That's wild.
Reason to directly connect. I want to be very clear that I have no reason to directly connect these two stories. These are two unrelated stories. The reason I'm sharing this, however, is because we are living in a time when we cannot afford to be naive. We are living in a time when we need to pay attention. And changes have been made to our government that cause it to not be doing its job. Firing of inspectors general. purging the highest ranks of our military officers, preventing members of Congress from performing their oversight duties. So what you have here is you have one story that migrants in the United States have been routinely shackled at the waist, wrists, ankles, and loaded onto cargo planes. Not just cargo planes, but cargo planes with the rear doors that can open mid-flight. Completely separate story. 5 corpses with their hands and feet bound have been found floating in the sea off the coast of Majorca. And since January, 31 bodies have been recovered there. Again, no reason to have these two stories directly connected, but we cannot be so naive as to think that things don't happen. I very much would like to know how it is that people are ending up floating up on beaches in the Mediterranean, shackled.
What?
This article here suggests that they're believed to be migrants who are attempting to travel the dangerous route from Algeria to Spain by. I don't. What migrants travel in shackles? That's something I very much do not understand. What do you mean that they're believed to be migrants who are attempting to travel the dangerous route from Algeria to Spain by boat?
Yeah, like, what you mean by that?
So
that's what people believe it is?
This is one story.
And nobody ain't covering it?
This is another. The other part of not being naive that I want to pay attention to. So you have to ask yourself, and I know there are a bunch of people out there who are ready to jump in and say, oh, no, it's more efficient to transport people by cargo planes. No, it's not. No, it's more economical and more efficient to use passenger planes for people, for passengers. You can get more people on the planes. They are more cost effective.
Like,
cargo planes are not cost effective.
You're using a cargo plane.
Forget about that argument. So then why do you do it? Well, maybe they're doing it to create fear, to create a sense of terror. All right. Another concern is maybe they're doing it to condition, both to condition people who get loaded onto planes to think this is normal, this is just how we do it, don't worry about this, and to condition those of us who are watching. So that when you've got somebody like me who raises concerns, I'm made to look foolish. You know, hey, why are you worrying about that? There's nothing really going on here. It's just the way we do things. It's conditioning us to think it's okay until such time as it's not okay and it's being used for more nefarious purposes. And of course, then we've got our potential worst case scenarios of why this is being done.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
We cannot afford to be naive. We cannot stop paying attention.
God help them, bro.
We do not have sufficient government oversight, making sure that more nefarious things don't happen. And extremists have been welcomed, taken into the fold with this current administration. And so even if this current administration is not ordering atrocities, the extremists that they are in bed with will read between the lines of the things their great leader says and take actions on their own, thinking that they're aligned with the cause.
Bro, hopefully that's not what's going down, man. Y'all let me know your thoughts, though. We're going to recap in a minute.
Hey, have y'all heard about that woman who was, my daughter actually sent me the video of this on TikTok. Crazy, y'all. Listen to this. So she was sleeping in her bed, and she has one of those upright chargers. She was charging her phone while she was sleeping. So, of course, her phone was upright on the charger facing towards her bed. And she had, like, the sound of the rain and thunder or whatever on her phone to help her go to sleep, which I do that myself. And she says she's a light sleeper. And she woke up to the sound of, like, a microphone. Like a microphone moving around or something. So she happened to look over, and there was a man There was a man
Nah, say it
that
ain't so.
was watching her sleep on her phone. He was watching her sleep that whole entire time, I guess. So she says she immediately jumped up, turned her phone away from her so he couldn't see her. And when she did that, y'all, he said, "Come back." He told her to come back.
Weirdo
Oh my
vibe.
goodness. Like, so he told her to come back. So she said she immediately tried to get off her phone. For like 30 seconds, he was like talking in another language or something like that. And then she said when she was able to shut her phone off, he was still there on her phone.
Nah, homie. Nah, he need to be reported for that, bro. You peeping Tom or whatever. Now peeping Tom's using phones? Man, spam it up. Let me know what y'all think, man. Let's keep it moving, though.
How do they know which ashes to put in which box? And then I realized, oh fuck, they don't know.
I know you fucking lying.
About multiple cremations?
Man, bro.
Well, back then, because of the multiple cremations, see, I could cremate one guy in like 2 hours, or you could put 10 of them in there and it takes 2.5 hours.
Hey,
10 people in that small space. Difference?
This is fucking crazy, y'all.
There is none. Hard-hearted as that sounds, there is none.
He ain't bothered by this shit at all.
To me, commingling of ash is not a big deal.
That's beyond commingling.
I don't put any value in anybody after they're gone and dead, as they shouldn't when I'm gone and dead. That's not a person anymore.
That's wild.
Yep, you're going to hell, dog. That's a wrap.
How do they know?
Bruh. How you gonna put somebody family in a different urn and same urn? So all of y'all got all 5 of people? Yo, that's wild. Hey, yo. So somebody sticking their finger out right there. I see it right there, chat. Oh, they had managed to make a hole in the side of the truck. They found 30 little people. Man, oh, man. Wow. Let's watch this. How I've seen videos like this, bruh, where it be like different. They saying parallel universes is able to be seen through these phones like that, bruh. But let's keep it moving. So let's recap, right? Um, so the first story we had was, let me check this out. Okay, bodies on the beach, bro. What do y'all think about that? And they had fit the description of the migrants that they was putting on them cargo planes, man. They were shackled just like them. Do y'all think it's the same people that's being put in the cargo planes? And even if it's not, what is actually happening? Why is their bodies popping up on beaches? That is not supposed to happen. That is Weirdington. So yeah, like mm, I'm flabbergasted, man. I'm appalled to even see something like that. But yeah, man, if it is those people, may God help them, man. God have mercy, yo, for real. May the Lord have mercy on them souls. Uh, and whoever's doing that, whatever administration is doing that, whatever order they got, they need to stop ASAP. Those are human beings, regardless of what's going on in the country. Those are humans, man. Next was the phone watching her while she sleep. That's crazy, right, Chad? Like, imagine going to sleep and somebody just peeping Tom, not through your window, but through your phone piece. Like, you gotta throw the whole phone away now. Like, what the heck? Like, he told her come back too? That's weird, bruh. But yeah, man, That's why I take my phone and I set that joint on the floor by the bed on the floor somewhere, man. Most you could do is hear me, but I can't do nothing about that. But these phones is getting creepier and creepier. And then the ashes, multiple cremations at the same time. So that means that you could be going home with an urn that got Bill, Bob, Joe, and everybody in it. And then they got Bill, Bob, Joe because they mixing them all together. So y'all all got all five unalive people in your urn. That's wild. That's crazy work, man. That's scary too, man. Cause like, I mean, I don't believe in even getting cremated or taking home nobody ashes, bro. You should be burying them people, but a lot of people can't afford these burials because they be charging an arm and a leg, and they non-Muslim, so they had their own little ceremonies. But yeah, man, that's wow. That's crazy work to me, man. Um, the 30 children being found in that truck, though, that was scary, bro. You seen the little finger wiggling and trying to alert the driver behind them, and then later they went and said that they discovered 30 of them in there. So yeah, man, shoot, man, something gotta give, man. And I don't know if it's just this country, but I heard it's more than just this country where that's going on at. Man, we need some police for the police. We need to be having some super police out here to stop that. That I'm afraid of that, man. They gotta protect these little people for real, man. But a parallel universe, the phone being able to see a different sign on the product than what actually is being seen by our naked eye. So that means that what we see with our naked eye could be a veil of some sort or some type of trick for us to not be able to see what's really going on, or the phone is able to see what it was before. I don't know what's going on with that, but man, y'all spin up y'all thoughts, man. I can't call it on that one, man. That's weird, bro. Like for real. Um, but yeah, we're gonna get into these next couple of stories. I got some more for you. So let's get into it, man. Wow, chat. It's getting crazy. Let's get into these.
Yo, so I don't know if you heard this yet, but Vegas is not okay. So yesterday, boom, it hit 115, right? And then out of nowhere, this dust storm manifested like Vegas was part of ancient Egypt. People are talking about this wind was howling and they saw faces within the dust storm. You can see these things flying around, y'all. Now, out of all of this came this, you guys. There are trees and power lines down all over in Vegas.
Dang, bro.
And this thing goes for miles, y'all. Every power line is literally on the street. And what I find peculiar is how these things are snapped at the base, y'all. How? How did this dust storm snap these things at the base? You would think it's the power lines that would get snapped, right? But at the base, what is this?
We are on Tropicana.
That's not normal.
In front of the Walmart. Every last one of the light poles, the electricity poles are down. This goes for miles. We ain't got no power. I don't know what the hell is going on. This goes for miles, y'all. Look at the cords on the ground.
And she stated it's in front of a Walmart. Why are things always happening in front of a Walmart, y'all? What is going on with Walmart? These Walmarts must be sitting on some crazy type of ley line energy, y'all, in order for things to be manifesting at Walmarts like this. Y'all, this was happening in real time. So there were cars that were driving by that the poles were literally falling on top of. Y'all see this, right? This is crazy. I'm trying to figure out how does a dust storm do this, and it specifically goes for the power lines, y'all? For the power lines? Y'all, I believe there's truly something more ominous at play than this, y'all. There's something bigger. There's a bigger energy that's here, and y'all can feel it. But yes, y'all, this is crazy in Vegas. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. Let's shift this.
Speed limit sign on the floor and everything, bro. That's wild. Let's move on.
Why isn't anybody talking about the fact that today in Dallas, Texas, the FBI and police arrested 244 people in a child trafficking ring? You heard what I just said? In Dallas, Texas, they arrested 244 people that were child predators. And the best part about this whole thing is that they found 109 missing children. So apparently this trafficking ring has been going on for a very, very long time. But the FBI and the police are saying that this is only the beginning. They're about to start cracking down on each and every child predator. Now, of course, we know that media tries to keep these things very hush-hush because there's a lot of people involved in these things that they won't like to mention. But children go missing all over this world, all over the United States, and we need answers. And even though they found 109 children, they need to find 109 more. And after that, find 109 more. And they need to arrest more people for these crimes. And now you gotta ask yourself, if they were able to find 109 kids that were missing and arrest 244 people that had something to do with this, how many more kids are missing? How many more people need to how many more people need to be arrested? Good job, but we need more answers. Pay attention. So why isn't anybody talking about?
Dang, bruh. That's a lot of children, homie. We gotta protect the little people, man.
Have y'all heard this yet? Y'all need to listen to this.
Department of Defense abruptly shutting down its satellite data delivery program, and it's sending meteorologists scrambling.
There are going to be cases this year when certain warnings are delayed because of this. It might mean that evacuations get delayed because of this, and you could lose lives because of this.
This is a huge deal, especially when you consider the fact that we are just getting into hurricane season. We haven't even reached the peak of hurricane season. The forecasters say they are extremely concerned, and that's because they're only going to receive about half the data they're used to, which makes it problematic when you think about accuracy as well as tracking a hurricane in real time. As you take a look at the video from previous hurricane seasons, starting Monday, June 30th, the Department of Defense is going to stop ingesting, processing, and transmitting real-time microwave data collected aboard 3 weather satellites. Meteorologists say this is going to severely impede and degrade hurricane forecasts for this season and beyond, and as a result, impacting tens of millions of Americans who live in hurricane-prone areas. Hurricane experts say without this satellite imagery, there's going to be an increased risk of sunrise surprise, meaning when the sun goes down and then comes up, a hurricane could rapidly intensify, gain speed, perhaps become more powerful, and make landfall sooner. There's going to be an increased risk of sunrise surprise, meaning when the sun goes down and then comes up, a hurricane could rapidly intensify, gain speed, perhaps.
Have y'all heard this yet? Y'all need to listen to this.
Y'all need to go on and fix that, because we need to know what's going on when it's going on. Especially the people down here in Louisiana, since Hurricane Katrina, you know what I'm saying? But let's keep it moving.
Y'all see this? What in the new cycle age of Aquarius is going on here in Mexico? This ain't snow, y'all. This is foam. Toxic foam. What you're looking at here is toxic foam floating around in the streets of Mexico. So after it's been raining some heavy rains in Mexico, both a dam and a river overflowed and it hit this water treatment center, and boom, now you have toxic waste, toxic foam all over the streets of Mexico. And yes, people are getting extremely sick from this. Eye irritation, coughing, they're getting inflammation all in their body, skin irritation, hives, and a lot of people have been hospitalized. So this specific town got foam, and in the other part of town you got nothing but straight up dirty, murky, violent water that's pushing cars into Neverland, never to be seen again. This is crazy. And check this out, the water was so strong it ripped through the local cemetery and literally unearthed the dead, y'all. Look at this. Oh my goodness, look at these cars, y'all. It looked like giants just threw them up. It looks like giants was playing with these. How symbolic is this, y'all? The dead is literally rising during this global cleanse. Didn't Jesus say that? The dead shall rise first? Y'all, look at this. Look at the kind of water that Mexico has to deal with, y'all. Look, this is crazy. No wonder why people are getting sick. Water is literally cracking the whole world, y'all. This is literally what the age of Aquarius is about, man. The water bearer. Y'all, there is an energetic purge going on, you guys, man. And this is crazy. That sky looks eerie as hell, man. The shift is here. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
Damn, conscious. That's crazy.
This is nasty work. These scientists are playing God, manipulating the elements, creating natural disasters for targeted areas.
a machine that can create the worst imaginable hurricane conditions indoors.
Indoors!
This is the Sustain Wind Wave Laboratory. Sustain stands for Surge Structure Atmosphere Interaction.
Atmosphere interaction.
I still get a chill sometimes watching it, even though I've seen it run hundreds of times.
Okay. For a win. I like the win. Yes. You make it nice and simple. So you're like, do this first. Do this first. Do this second. Anybody can figure it out. Yes.
Yeah. So they just pull a lever, push a button, and now they creating natural disasters for certain areas. They playing God. We actually control elements as gods, but they're doing it themselves in laboratories. This is nasty work. These scientists are playing God.
Bruh. Let's recap. Vegas dust storms, man. So that was wild. To see all of the street signs and everything just on the floor like that. That's scary, bruh. That's real scary. Street signs on the floor. Stop signs, the electric poles on the floor. And then it got to 115 degrees. That's super duper hot, bro. Like, the 109 children found. Pray for those kids, man. Somebody got to do something. We need people in power and government that's gonna find out what's going on with these ST rings and find out what's going on and just shut down all of them, man. Just we need to crack down on that for real. Like, pray for them little ones, man. For real, that's crazy work. 244 people arrested in Dallas. That's not too far from where I'm at in Louisiana. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'd be scared to even send my kids to school on the bus or anything. I'd be wanting to just drop them off. But the weather satellite shutting down and getting less warnings, so that means that you can just wake up and then you just in a hurricane, just in a storm and no warning coming to the city. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of weather changes. It's gonna go crazy, bro. Like, the weather just gonna be out here just taking people and hurling them, stowing them. You know what I'm saying? Man, I hope they get that up together. We need people in power that's gonna change that. That's a very scary thing. I'm not for that. Um, Mexico with the toxic foam. So the water hits the treatment base, and then now they swimming in toxic foam, and then people was getting unalive from it. That's crazy work. That's too crazy, bro. Like, we living in some times that anything is happening, bro, just random. Like, in the weather manipulation, you know what I'm saying? That's what probably is causing all these other things, to me, you know what I'm saying? But you see what they could do indoors and how they experimented with it in the laboratory. So maybe they got a giant one that's doing this to all of the cities and all of the places in the world that's getting affected. Who knows? Or maybe they just got some type of, I mean, I heard of Project HARP, you know what I'm saying? Those who know, you know, but like I said, this is for entertainment purposes only. This is all a lie. It's not true though. But yeah, let's keep it moving, man. I got two more for y'all. We're gonna check these last two out real quick. Let's see. I think I got two from the gram. Let's check that out real quick.
I just ordered me some food. I'm kind of losing my last brain cell in this car because I just want to know.
Hang on, y'all.
I want to know how I've been sitting here eating this meat and I noticed.
Let's bring it back for y'all. This is crazy.
I just ordered me some food. I'm kind of losing my last brain cell in this car because I just want to know.
Is that teeth, bro?
I want to know how I've been sitting here eating this meat and I noticed a row of teeth in my shit. And that ain't it. They got the top and bottom jaw in my shit.
Say
I just
what?
sat here and ate this food and bit into somebody's molar. And I'm saying somebody because I don't know if this is an animal or a motherfucking human in this bowl of meat. Am I a cannibal? What is it, carnivore? What the fuck is the word? What is going on? What's going on, honestly? A row of teeth? I just ordered me some food.
Bruh. Bruh. Let's keep it moving, though.
You know, I know you know because I've heard it on your show before. I mean, we steal 100 to 300,000 children a year just here in this country, and we drain the blood and we mix it with the Passover bread, and then we throw the bodies into the slaughterhouses that we own, and we grind up all the bodies in the sausage and the hamburger. McDonald's is one of our favorite outlets, and the people, they eat it for breakfast, they eat it, their children for lunch. And you know, us Jews, you know, we gotta do what we do. The most important thing to remember between you, Pastor Wickstrom, and me, Rabbi Avi Finkelstein of New York, that we both have two fathers, and so that's why we look at the world in two different ways.
And we know that there's a massive collision that's going to take place between two forces, don't we?
Well, that's what your book says. Our book says that we're going to take over the world.
Well, I look at you...
You're doing a pretty good job right now.
Yes, you've done a pretty good job, but you know, there's quite an awakening coming. And my father, who's not your father, my father Yahweh, who isn't your father, of course, your father is talked about by my father in John 8:44, stating that your father was Satan and that you're the descendant of Cain, who was the first murderer. And you know that's true because you teach it in your synagogue.
Oh, that's true, but it's not for you Goyim to know. But right now it's too late. It's over for you, white race. So that's why I'm speaking so honestly here, to bring it out into the open so that you can see it for what it is. You've been teaching the people real good, but they don't wake up, do they? You don't get a lot of followers, do they? Because you know why? They're scared of us Jews, because they don't want to be called anti-Semites, and they believe that we're the chosen people, and so that's why we can do whatever we want to do, and we can get away with it because the white men are cowards, and we go to the synagogue all the time and have some Manischewitz and dance the Hava Nagila.
You know, it's interesting. I've told people for years and years, it's not that you Jews are hiding anything. You're coming right out on television, in the newspapers, on the radio, and you're telling the people exactly what you're going to do before you do it, and they're like they're brain dead.
Well, we did a good job with the public school system. We got you to put all of your children in there. You notice that the Jew doesn't put his children in there. They go to the Hebrew Academy, where we teach them the real things, and then they go to the synagogue and they learn the real important things. But we send your kids to the public school. We even have you tax your soul. And, you know, I know you know because I've heard it on your show before. I mean, we steal 100 to 300,000 children a year just
100 to 300,000 children a year, bruh. Allegedly. And that was Rabbi Frankenstein, I believe, or someone representing him. Could be him himself, but man, protect the children, bro. Just hearing that, y'all spam up your thoughts. What y'all think about that, man? How you think? What you think about him saying that they steal 300,000 children a year and that we wake up and eat them at McDonald's, bro? Allegedly. What do you think about that? The little people. Spam up your thoughts in the comments, man. I need to hear what y'all thinking, man. If you got kids, you know what I'm saying? Your sister got kids, your cousins got kids, you got little nieces and nephews. What do you think, man? You know what I'm saying? When you go on Walmart, you look on the wall, you see missing, missing, missing. Man, where are they even stealing them from? Like what? Daycare, school? That's why I said I be wanting to just drop my kids off, bro. I don't trust the bus system no more. And then the girl having teeth in her food. What's that about, chat? Imagine you biting down into a burger or something and then a tooth pop out. You know what I'm saying? I saw another video like that on Instagram where a girl was like, I should have put that one on there so it could go along with it, but she was eating. She said that I think her child was eating a Happy Meal or something like that, and a tooth popped out of a freaking chicken McNugget. All alleged though, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's true or not, but hey, why put it past them when you hear the rabbi talking like that? That was a secret conversation, and hopefully that's AI, you know what I'm saying? And it's not true, but that's all you can hope for. But yeah, man, these are some of the creepiest, strangest videos on the internet that I could gather, you know what I'm saying? And that was sent to me. I wanted to show y'all. I've been holding on to them for about a month, man, about a month or two. I've been busy, you know what I'm saying? I moved into my new house, so I appreciate y'all staying with me this long and, rocking with me, man. We're gonna get out some more videos. They're gonna be coming as long as I have the time to do it. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 jobs now, so I'm gonna try to make some time for y'all though to get these videos out. I'm definitely getting sent a lot of strange, creepy videos all the time. I'm on it. I'm on my job. I'm gonna get them to y'all, you know what I'm saying? And if you lasted this long, round of applause to you, man. Salute 100 for you staying long and watching this whole video. Go ahead and hit the subscribe bell. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to stay notified, and hit the like button too, man. Spread this out, you know what I'm saying, so other people could get, to see this, you know what I'm saying, and come along, and so YouTube could push it out for us, it lets other people know that this is some good content, man. But yeah, man, peace be upon you and your family, man. Much blessings, man. Salute. Thanks for watching, y'all, for real.